The British royal family, a symbol of continuity and tradition. They stand as a living link to the past, embodying centuries of history and heritage. Few institutions command such global fascination. From the bustling streets of London to the far corners of the globe, the allure of royalty transcends borders and cultures. Their lives, loves and losses play out on a world stage. Every gesture, every smile, every tear is captured and broadcast to millions, creating a narrative that is both deeply personal and universally compelling. We, the public, are captivated. The pageantry, the pomp, the sheer spectacle of it all draws us in, offering a glimpse into a world that is both familiar and fantastical. From fairy tale weddings to solemn ceremonies, we can't seem to look away. These events, steeped in tradition and grandeur, provide a sense of continuity and stability in an ever-changing world. Why? Perhaps it's the allure of tradition, the glimpse into a world seemingly untouched by ordinary concerns. A world where history is not just remembered but lived, where the past and present coexist in a delicate balance. Or maybe it's the human stories that unfold behind palace walls, stories of love, loss and family drama that resonate with us all. These are not just figures in history books, they are real people with real emotions, facing challenges that, while unique in their context, are universally relatable. Whatever the reason, the royals hold a unique place in the public imagination. They are a living symbol of continuity, a bridge between the past and the present, embodying the hopes and dreams of a nation. Their lives are a source of endless speculation and intrigue. Every decision, every action is scrutinized, dissected, and debated, creating a narrative that is as compelling as any fiction. Every public appearance, every carefully chosen word, is analysed for hidden meaning. The media, ever hungry for a story, turns even the most mundane events into headlines, feeding a public that is always eager for more. The line between public persona and private individual becomes blurred. The royals, while living their lives in the public eye, must navigate the delicate balance between duty and personal freedom. And in the age of social media, this scrutiny has only intensified. Every tweet, every Instagram post is dissected, analysed and commented upon, creating a 24/7 cycle of news and speculation. The royals are no strangers to media attention. From the early days of print journalism to the modern era of digital media, they have always been in the spotlight, their every move documented and analysed. It comes with the territory. Being a royal means living a life that is both public and private, a life that is constantly under the microscope. But in recent years, the relationship between the Crown and the press has become increasingly strained. The relentless scrutiny, the constant intrusion into their private lives, has taken its toll. The line between reporting and intrusion has become dangerously thin. The media, in its quest for the next big story, often crosses boundaries, creating a climate of tension and mistrust. This is most evident in the experiences of Prince Harry and his wife Meghan Markle. Their story, a modern fairy tale in many ways, has been marred by relentless media scrutiny and public pressure. Theirs is a story that has captivated the world. A story of love and commitment, but also of struggle and resilience as they navigate the complexities of royal life in the modern age. A modern fairy tale, some might say. But it's also a story of immense pressure, of navigating archaic traditions within a relentlessly modern world. A world where every move is watched, every decision questioned. But it's also a story of immense pressure, of navigating archaic traditions within a relentlessly modern world. A world where every move is watched, every decision questioned. And at its heart, it's a story about family. A family that, despite its public role, faces the same challenges and struggles as any other. A family fractured, it seems, by misunderstandings, hurt feelings, and a deep-seated fear of change. A family that, despite its public persona, is deeply human, with all the complexities and contradictions that entails. The relationship between Prince William and Prince Harry, once seemingly unbreakable, has become a source of intense public scrutiny. Growing up, the brothers were often seen as inseparable, sharing a bond that was strengthened by the tragic loss of their mother, Princess Diana. They supported each other through thick and thin, and the public admired their camaraderie. The arrival of Meghan Markle into the royal fold brought a breath of fresh air, but it also seemed to highlight existing tensions. Meghan, an American actress with a strong sense of independence and a history of activism, was a stark contrast to the traditional image of the British royal family. Her presence was both celebrated and criticised, and it wasn't long before the media began to speculate about the impact she was having on the royal dynamics. The press, never one to shy away from a good story, began to spin narratives of royal rift. Sensational headlines and speculative articles became the norm, with every gesture and expression analysed for signs of discord. The media's relentless focus on the supposed feud only served to fan the flames of public curiosity and concern. Headlines screamed of feuding brothers and icy stares between their wives. Stories of disagreements and misunderstandings were plastered across front pages, creating an image of a royal family in turmoil. The public, eager for any glimpse into the lives of the royals, lapped up these stories. often taking them at face value without considering the complexities behind them. Rumours of disagreements over everything from wedding plans to charitable endeavours filled the tabloids. The media painted a picture of two couples at odds, with William and Kate representing the traditional duty-bound side of the monarchy, and Harry and Meghan embodying a more modern, progressive approach. This narrative of conflict overshadowed the positive work both couples were doing in their respective roles. The Fab Four, as they were once dubbed, seemed to be anything but. The initial excitement of seeing the two couples working together on joint projects quickly gave way to speculation about their relationships. The media's focus on potential rifts and disagreements made it difficult for the public to see the genuine efforts being made by all four individuals. William and Kate, the picture of royal decorum, appeared to stand in stark contrast to Harry and Meghan, who were often portrayed as rebellious and out of touch. The Duke and Duchess of Cambridge were seen as the epitome of royal duty, while the Duke and Duchess of Sussex were viewed as challenging the status quo. This dichotomy was eagerly exploited by the media, further fueling the narrative of a royal divide. This narrative of a war within the palace walls, however, often felt simplistic and sensationalised. The reality of the situation was likely far more complex, with a multitude of factors contributing to any tensions that may have existed. Family dynamics, personal ambitions, and the pressures of public life all played a role in shaping the relationships within the royal family. It ignored the complexities of family dynamics and the very real pressures of living life under a microscope. The constant scrutiny and relentless media attention placed an enormous strain on all members of the royal family, making it difficult for them to navigate their personal relationships and public duties. While differences in opinion and approach may have existed, to paint it as an all-out war was, at best, an exaggeration fueled by a media hungry for scandal. The truth was likely more nuanced, with moments of disagreement and misunderstanding being blown out of proportion by a press eager for a sensational story. The truth, as always, was likely far more nuanced. Behind the scenes, the royal family members were dealing with the same challenges and conflicts that any family might face, albeit under the intense scrutiny of the public eye. Their relationships were complex and multifaceted, shaped by a combination of personal and public pressures. But in the court of public opinion, nuance rarely sells papers. The media's focus on conflict and drama overshadowed the more subtle and complex realities of the royal family's relationships. The public's appetite for scandal and intrigue meant that the more sensational stories were the ones that gained the most traction. And so, the story of the brothers at odds became firmly entrenched in the public consciousness, overshadowing their individual achievements and the important work they were doing both together and separately. Despite the media's focus on conflict, both William and Harry continued to dedicate themselves to their charitable endeavours, making a positive impact in their respective areas of focus. Their individual contributions to various causes were significant, but often overlooked in favour of the more sensational narrative of Royal Feud. Harry and Meghan's experience with the British tabloid press was, to put it mildly, tumultuous. From the very beginning of their relationship, the couple found themselves under an intense spotlight, one that was often harsh and unrelenting. The media's fascination with their every move created a hostile environment that was difficult to navigate. From the moment their relationship became public, they faced a barrage of often intrusive and frequently negative coverage. The paparazzi followed them relentlessly, capturing every private moment and turning it into public spectacle. The constant presence of cameras and the never-ending scrutiny became a daily reality for the couple. Meghan, in particular, was subjected to a level of scrutiny and vitriol that was both shocking and deeply unsettling. The media's portrayal of her was often unfair and biased, painting her in a negative light regardless of her actions. This relentless negativity took a significant toll on her mental and emotional well-being. Accusations of being difficult, diva-like, and too Hollywood were commonplace. The tabloids seemed to take pleasure in tearing her down, often resorting to sensationalism and exaggeration to sell their stories. The constant barrage of negative headlines created a toxic atmosphere that was hard to escape. Her every move was dissected, her every word scrutinized for hidden meaning. The media's obsession with her was relentless, and it seemed that nothing she did was ever good enough. This constant pressure to be perfect and the fear of making a misstep added to the already overwhelming stress she was under. The racist undertones of some of the coverage were impossible to ignore, laying bare the ugly truth about the UK's ongoing struggle with race and implicit bias. Meghan's biracial heritage became a focal point for many of the negative stories, revealing deep-seated prejudices within the media and society at large. Harry, who had long had a fraught relationship with the press, was fiercely protective of his wife. Having witnessed the media's treatment of his mother, Princess Diana, he was determined to shield Meghan from a similar fate. His protective instincts were heightened by the knowledge of the damage the press could inflict. He saw the toll that the relentless negativity was taking on her, and he spoke out against it, both publicly and privately. Harry's efforts to defend Meghan were met with mixed reactions. with some praising his loyalty and others criticising him for challenging the media's narrative. His pleas for understanding and respect, however, often fell on deaf ears. The media continued its relentless pursuit, seemingly undeterred by Harry's attempts to protect his wife. The couple's struggle against the press became a central theme in their public life, overshadowing many of their positive contributions. The couple's decision to step back from their roles as senior royals in 2020 was met with mixed reactions. For some, it was a bold and necessary move to protect their mental health and well-being. For others, it was seen as a betrayal of their royal duties and responsibilities. Some applauded their bravery in choosing their own path, while others criticised their perceived selfishness and lack of commitment to royal duty. The public debate over their decision highlighted the deep divisions in opinion about the role of the monarchy and the expectations placed on its members. Their subsequent interview with Oprah Winfrey, in which they detailed the pain and pressure they'd endured, sent shockwaves through the monarchy and sparked a global conversation about race, mental health, and the role of the media. The interview was a turning point, bringing to light the personal struggles they had faced and challenging the public's perception of their story. The revelations from the interview resonated with many, shedding light on the often hidden pressures of royal life and the impact of media scrutiny. It also prompted a broader discussion about the responsibilities of the media and the importance of mental health support. Despite the challenges they faced, Harry and Meghan have continued to focus on their charitable work and raising their family. Their resilience in the face of adversity has inspired many, and their story serves as a reminder of the importance of compassion and understanding in the media landscape. As they navigate their new lives outside the royal spotlight, Harry and Meghan remain committed to making a positive impact. Their journey is a testament to the power of perseverance and the importance of standing up for what is right, even in the face of overwhelming opposition. In the end, their story is one of love, resilience, and the pursuit of happiness. As they continue to build their future together, they serve as a powerful example of the strength it takes to navigate a hostile media landscape and emerge stronger on the other side.